Hey, it's Pete from the Small Business Resource Center and the Small Business Resource Center YouTube channel. I'm bullish on this stock. I know today it took a little dip, yesterday actually, and today, but overall I'm up, just so you know. Um, they've been working on this proposed merger since November 15th, as you can see. I'll have the link to the white paper, but this has just got approved with the shareholders. Actually, all the proposal for WaveDancer got approved by shareholders. They did not discuss is how long it would take for the merger to happen. I should have asked that in the questions, but they didn't bring it up. This was just a very short meeting, vote, and meeting's over. Um, they did say it's going to be 4 days to release the information to the Securities Exchange Commission. So you can listen to the whole thing. But I'm bullish on this because I believe that it is going to do positive things. And at a minimum, I don't know how long it will take, but it will go up. So if you didn't see my other WaveDancer video, check it out. Um, they're working on AI, neuroscience, and things that'll help people with PTSD and all kinds of other things. But check it out. It's Pete from the Small Business Resource Center. Like, subscribe, listen if you want to listen, review the stock. Let me know your thoughts. Have a great day.
Good morning. The meeting will come to order. My name is Jamie Benoit, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer and Chairman of the Board of WaveDancer, Inc. On behalf of our board, welcome to the special meeting of stockholders of WaveDancer, Inc. The board recommends a vote on each of the 6 proposals before the shareholders today. I'm going to briefly summarize what each of those matters are. The matters that stockholders are voting upon are first, what we call the NASDAQ proposal to approve for purposes of complying with NASDAQ listing rules 5635A and B, the issuance of shares of our common stock to the stockholders of Firefly Neuroscience Incorporated, a Delaware corporation, in connection with the merger of FFN Merger Sub Inc., a Delaware corporation, and a wholly owned subsidiary of WaveDancer, pursuant to the terms and conditions of the agreement and plan of merger dated November 15, 2023, as amended. The second matter before the stockholders is what we call the reverse stock split proposal to approve an amendment to our amended and restated certificate of incorporation to effect a reverse stock split with a ratio of between 1 for 1.5 and 1 for 20 shares with respect to the issued and outstanding common stock of the combined company immediately following the merger. The third matter before the stockholders is what we call the amended and restated charter proposal, which is to approve the amendment and restatement of our certificate of incorporation in its entirety. Fourth matter before the stockholders, what we call the incentive plan proposal to approve the WaveDancer Incorporated 2024 long-term incentive plan. The fifth proposal before the stockholders is what we call the Tellinger sale proposal to approve the sale of all the outstanding shares of Tellinger Incorporated pursuant to the terms and conditions of the stock purchase agreement dated as of November 15, 2023, as amended, by and between WaveDancer and Wavetop Solutions Incorporated. The sixth matter before the stockholders today is what we call the adjournment proposal, is to consider and vote upon a proposal to adjourn the special meeting, if necessary, to a later date to permit the solicitation of additional proxies if, based upon the tabulated vote at the time of this meeting, there are not sufficient votes to approve one or more proposals presented to our stockholders. I'd like to begin the meeting by acknowledging the current members of the company's board today. Joining me are Rear Admiral retired Paul Becker, a director since 2021 and a member of our compensation committee. Chip DiPaula Jr., the chair of our governance committee and nominating committee. Bonnie Wachtel, chair of our audit committee, governance and nominating committee member. Jack Johnson, chair of our compensation committee, and William Pickle, member of our governance and nominating committee. Several officers are also here with us today. Our Chief Financial Officer, Tim Hannon, our Chief Administrative Officer, Glenn Powell, and the President of Tellinger, Inc., Stan Reese. Thank you for your interest in this special meeting of shareholders. The vote on the proposals before the shareholders of WaveDancer marks the culmination of months of work to position the company for a merger and in an effort to create value for our stockholders. After a careful analysis, our board determined that proceeding with the merger into Firefly Neuroscience was in the best interest of all of our stockholders. Upon approval of the proposals before the stockholders at this meeting, our focus will be on meeting NASDAQ listing requirements and a prompt closing on this transaction. This meeting is being recorded by Broadridge. Francis Bird of the Carideo Group will serve as Inspector of the election. Tim Hannon, Chief Financial Officer, delivered an affidavit of Broadridge, the registrar and transfer agent for our common stock, as to the mailing of the notice of the meeting, which states that on February 6, 2024, mailing commenced of the notice of the meeting, together with related proxy materials, to all stockholders of record as of the close of business on February 1st, 2024, the record date for this meeting. This affidavit is available to any stockholder who wishes to examine it and will be filed with the minutes of this meeting. Mr. Hannon will now discuss the procedures for transacting the business of this meeting. Tim?
Thanks, Jamie. Good morning. The agenda for the meeting should be visible on your screen. If it is not, the agenda is available for download from our website at ir.wavedancer.com. The meeting will take place as described in the agenda. In order to participate in the meeting, you must have logged on to the meeting site with the control number from the proxy materials sent to you via regular mail or electronic mail. Questions submitted by stockholders during or in advance of the meeting, unless addressed during the meeting, will be addressed in a document to be posted to the Investor Relations page of our website following the meeting, or directly with the stockholder if it's not related to an area of common interest. To submit a question during the meeting, enter it in the dialog box below Ask a Question on your screen and then click Submit. Once the polls are declared open, you may vote your shares for the first time, or you may change your vote, and to do so, click on Vote Here on your screen. Once the polls are declared closed, you will not be able to change your vote. I'll now turn the meeting back over to Jamie.
Thanks, Tim. The preliminary voting results of this meeting will be announced at the end of the meeting. And the final results will be tallied by the Inspector of Election and published in a Form 8-K within 4 business days. Representatives of Broadridge and the Carideo Group are hereby appointed as Inspectors of Election for the meeting and any adjournment or postponement of this meeting. They've signed an oath to act as Inspectors of Election, and this oath will be filed with the minutes of this meeting. If there's any person present holding a proxy that is not yet submitted it to vote, please do so now. The inspectors have a stockholder list of the company as of the close of business on February 1st, 2024, the record date for determining stockholders eligible to vote today, which allows the stockholders and their representative the respective number of shares entitled to vote at this meeting. This list is available if any stockholder wishes to inspect it and will be filed with the minutes of this meeting. The Inspectors of Election have advised that a quorum is present today and the meeting is duly and lawfully convened. The meeting is now open and ready for business. The polls to vote will remain open until the votes on each proposal are tabulated. The first item of business is the approval of the NASDAQ proposal in connection with the merger of Firefly. The proxy statement made available to you earlier lists the detail of this proposal. Is there a motion to approve the NASDAQ proposal as described in the proxy statement?
Yes, I so move.
May I have a second?
I second the motion.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I call the question and declare the polls open to vote on the motion. Any stockholders desiring to vote at the meeting should do so at this time by using the Vote My Shares link in the portal. Is there anyone else who wishes to vote in person? While the ballots are being tabulated, we'll proceed with the agenda. The second proposal for vote today is to approve the reverse stock split proposal, to approve an amendment to our amended and restated certificate of incorporation to effect a reverse stock split with a ratio between 1 for 1.5 shares and 1 for 20 shares with respect to the issued and outstanding common stock of the combined company immediately following the merger. Is there a motion to approve the reverse stock split proposal?
Yes, I so move.
May I have a second?
I second the motion.
Is there any discussion on this motion? Hearing none, I call the question and declare the polls open to vote on the motion. Any stockholders desiring to vote at the meeting should do so at this time by using the Vote My Shares link in the portal. Is there anyone else who wishes to vote in person? I'm just going to pause for a moment because I asked that question without giving people time to actually vote. All right, while the ballots are being tabulated, I'm going to proceed with the agenda. The third item of business is to vote to approve the amended and restated charter proposal to approve the amendment and restatement of our certificate of incorporation in its entirety. Is there a motion that the stockholders vote in favor of the amended and restated charter proposal in its entirety?
Yes, I so move.
May I have a second?
I second the motion.
Is there any discussion on this motion? Hearing none, the question is called and the polls are open to vote on the motion. Any stockholders desiring to vote at this meeting should do so at this time by using the Vote My Shares link in the portal. Is there anyone else who wishes to vote in person? Okay, while the ballots are being tabulated, we will proceed with the agenda. The fourth item of business is to approve the incentive plan proposal to approve the WaveDancer Incorporated 2024 Long-Term Incentive Plan. May I have a motion to approve the incentive plan proposal as described in the proxy?
Yes, I so move.
May I have a second? Is
I second the motion.
there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, the question is called and the polls are open to vote on the motion. Any stockholders desiring to vote at the meeting should do so at this time by using the Vote My Shares link in the portal. Is there anyone else who wishes to vote in person? While the ballots are being tabulated, we'll proceed with the agenda to the fifth item for vote. The fifth item of business today is to approve the Tellinger sale proposal, which entails the sale of all the outstanding shares of Tellinger Inc. pursuant to the terms and conditions of the stock purchase agreement. May I have a motion to approve the fifth item on the agenda, the Tellinger sale proposal?
I so move.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, question is called. Polls are open to vote on the motion. Any stockholders desiring to vote at the meeting should do so at this time by using the Vote My Shares link in the portal. Is there anyone else who wishes to vote in person? While the ballots are being tabulated, we will proceed with the agenda. I understand that the votes have been counted and the preliminary report of inspectors of election has been delivered to the company. Tim, will you please announce the results of the stockholder, preliminary results of the stockholder vote?
Yes. The preliminary report of the inspectors of election indicates that the NASDAQ proposal has been approved by the stockholders by an affirmative vote. The reverse stock split proposal has been approved by the stockholders by an affirmative vote. The amended and restated charter proposal to approve the amendment and restatement of our certificate of incorporation in its entirety has been approved by the stockholders by an affirmative vote. The incentive plan proposal to approve the WaveDancer Inc. 2024 Long-Term Incentive Plan has been approved by the stockholders by an affirmative vote. And the Tellinger sale proposal to approve the sale of all of the outstanding shares of Tellinger Inc. pursuant to the terms and conditions of the stock purchase agreement dated as of November 15th, 2023, as it may be amended by and between WaveDancer and WaveTop Solutions Inc., has been approved by the stockholders by an affirmative vote. Jamie?
Thank you. At this time, the preliminary report of the Inspector of Elections will be filed with the minutes of this meeting. You've now heard the preliminary results of the voting, and this completes the business to be conducted today at our special meeting. Since there are no other matters to come before the meeting, a motion to adjourn is now in order. Before that motion is in order, I did want to, if you don't mind, I did want to recognize that we got one question from a stockholder, which we will answer subsequent to this meeting. So now at this time, a motion to adjourn is in order. May I have a motion?
Yes, I so move.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
All those in favor of adjournment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion has been carried, and I declare the this special meeting of stockholders of WaveDancer Inc. adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for your votes and your attendance and your interest in the matters discussed at this meeting today, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.